All right. Objective for today. Just like you guys have to build YouTube, we're going to build the Google landing page. So we're going to go to the Dev Tools by Inspect. And then we already have on a mobile view, but we're going to click refresh because it's obviously not mobile view, right? Oh, I got to go to actual Google site. There we go. So this is what we're going to try to build together, and it's going to be, similar to YouTube. So it'll be useful for you when you're trying to build the project. The first thing I'm going to do is just grab this as an image so that I don't have to go back and forth between what we're building and what we're looking at. So let me grab this. And save it into our project directory. I'm going to call it, I don't know, Google. Okay. So now I want to run this with live server. And I want to switch this into mobile view. And then I want that image to appear. So I'm going to go ahead and use an image tag with google.png. And now I just want to style it a little bit to make its width a little more narrow. So, so far in the course, we've always styled things with a style tag, but I'm going to show you a different way to do that, a more traditional way, which is to use an external style sheet. So if we create a new file called style.css, and in our index.html, we have to link the HTML to the style sheet. So we're going to use link CSS. And already it has the attribute that we need and the href style.css, which points to our style sheet folder or file. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is open up this style.css. And now I'm going to turn it to you guys finally. How can I target this image to be smaller? Dennis?
Let's see. You can do which image? The one at the top?
Yeah, our example one right here.
I'm gonna say maybe you can just change the pixels, play with the pixels.
Yeah, so I gave it an ID of Google. How can I target it and then make it smaller?
Oh, the hashtag Google, or is it hashtag? Yeah, I think it's that one. And then let's see, text size.
So it's an image we're trying to manipulate, so no text.
Oh.
Yeah, how do we change the size of an image? What do you think, Josephine? Can't hear you. Any guess?
Sorry, so can you repeat your question again?
Oh, how can we change the size of an image with CSS?
Size. I'm not sure.
Okay. Paul?
Width and height.
Yeah, so we're going to do a width of I'm not sure, 200 pixels maybe. Yeah, that's fine. Or actually, I might use, or no, I guess that's fine. Okay. And then I'm going to do just a margin top of 100 pixels. 100 pixels. Oh, someone has a hot mic, Josephine. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to do a width of 100%. Yeah. And then I don't like the margin, the default margin here. Who remembers from last time how to get rid of that?
In the CSS, you do the star at the top. The universal star at the top, margin 0.
Yeah. Someone has an open, I think it's Parvinder. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. The wildcard or everything selector and then margin 0. There we go. Okay, so this is our goal right here. So what do we see? How can I get the background color to match this color? Any ideas there?
Could we use the body and put background black or whatever it is?
Yeah, but I want the exact color. How can I get this exact color? There's two different ways.
In the inspect, no.
Yeah, I can look in the real site, and I actually see it right here before we do anything. So the body has a background of this color. So I'm just going to grab it. So you can inspect every element with the dev tools, right? So I'm going to grab that. And that looks better. Now, what do we see? So this is our first icon, right? And this is what's referred to as a hamburger icon. So we're going to actually use Font Awesome. And to use Font Awesome, we have to, there's a little bit of setup, very little. We can just use this CDN link. So I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to put it in my head tag. And with that set up, now Font Awesome, we can just use easily. So if I go to Font Awesome icons, free icons, and then I already know the name of it. It's hamburger, right? Or bars, I guess. Let's try bars. Yeah. So I'm going to click on bars, and then I'm just going to copy the code for HTML. And I'm going to paste it. I think it might be there, but I don't think we can see it because of the color.
So what you just did, that was for the font?
That was for this right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So the question is, how do I change its color? How do I change its color? I think it is there. We can see it even in the body here. What's that?
It has a class. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm not sure who was first, but try again.
I was yesterday struggling with the same with the YouTube logo. Like I downloaded the black one and I was using the dark theme. So I then Googled for the white one. So I don't know, we have to change its color or we have to go for the bar with the white one.
Oh no, we can change its color just with CSS. Oh. So how can I target this element to change its color?
It has, you can use the class FA/bars as a class.
Sure, yeah. CSS. It already has a class, so we can just attach it to that one. And here, I can just do color. Ruh-roh. FA bars. Why isn't this showing up for us? Yeah, I'm not sure why this isn't showing up.
Have you got a kit? I had to sign up for a kit with photos.
Well, no, I used the CDN just in preparation for lecture. So that should be fine. Why isn't this showing up? Is anything working? Yeah.
Is this supposed to be FA solid and FA bars?
FA
As far as
solid.
the class?
Is it supposed to be FA solid and FA bars? Well, I just copied it from here.
Okay.
Yeah. This worked so easily for me when I was preparing for lecture.
Oh, I think he meant, is it the .fa bars there? In the class title, it says FA solid, FA bars. Do you need the whole thing on there?
The whole thing.
No, you could just use the one.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to. I'm not convinced this is showing up even at all, though. Although it is here in the... Maybe the image is somehow affecting it. Oh, okay. So the image, for some reason... Okay, weird. I have no idea. Okay, it looks like we're good now. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, it was a little glitchy there. So I actually want this color. How can I find this exact color? Antonio, how can I find this exact color?
Of the bars?
Yeah.
Inspect again.
Yeah, so I'm going to inspect, use this little arrow item, and actually click on what I'm most interested in. And hopefully it tells me right there, I see the color that looks useful. So I'm going to copy that. And that's good, right? Okay, what's next? How can I do this all, Demi? How can I get this all to show up?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? I have a crying baby right here.
Yeah, I just want the all to show up.
Oh, I would do a button.
Okay. So a button.
Yeah,
with
I
the
would do button
words
and
all.
all.
Okay.
And probably with a hover.
The problem is the button has a lot of default styling that I don't think we want. That I think will make things a little complicated. We could do it, but then we would have to get rid of the background.
Maybe a span inside of a nav bar?
Yeah, I think just a span will be the easiest.
Yeah.
Okay, but we do want to change the color. So, so what should we do there, Demi? How can we change its color?
Since we're going to do multiple spans with the same styling, then I would say make a class of button or link. And then I would style it in the CSS so that both of them will be the same. And set color to, I believe that's white.
I think it's the same color as this gray. Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing for images. Okay, the bell icon. How can I grab that bell icon? What do you think there, Rowan?
You could try to look for it at the Font Awesome page again.
Exactly. So the search will be bell, maybe? And I think we want the outline one. I'm going to copy it. I can add a class to here to make it the color I want. So how can I do that? What class can I add to make it the color I want? Parvinder?
Link, is it?
It was a link. I
Yeah.
guess. Images for the, yeah.
Yeah, I just add link and it'll use this class. Yep. Okay, this is kind of weird. Yeah. How can I grab this one?
On awesome again, probably.
Yeah, but what is the search?
Would it be grid?
Might be like app switcher.
Someone said it, grip. I learned that today. I didn't know that, but I found out I think I typed like 6 dots or something. Or I think I typed dots. And then they were like, oh, that's called grip. No, it's not here.
You actually had it in the beginning before you typed it in.
6. No. What do you mean? I had it.
Like it was in like the bottom icon before you typed in anything.
Oh, it's in their default? No, I don't see it here. Anyway, through my Googling, it's called grip. Well, the closest I could find to grip. I couldn't find 6 dots. So if you can find that.
9 dot is called grid. It's down lower.
Grid?
I saw it on my page when I did a search. I searched grip and then I scroll down and there's one that says grid. Oh, but it's under pro. Never mind.
Oh.
Sorry.
So they'll make us pay to get the 6 dots?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we're going to settle with 4 dots, right? Okay. Throw this in here. And yeah, what do I have to add to that to get the color I want?
Link.
Yeah, link. Okay, and then this. How can I grab that image? Hackmyhead logo. Eston?
I'm not sure. What I've been doing for like the little profile icons is making a div, giving it like a random background color, and then rounding the border.
Okay. How do I grab this image though?
I don't know, right click it.
yeah, exactly. So I'm going to right click, click inspect. And then, so this is an anchor tag, but if I dive a little deeper, I can see that it's just an image right here and I can go and download it.
Cool.
So save image as Hackmyhead. Okay. All right. How can I get that image to show up, Rizwan?
We can use an image tag.
Yeah, we're going to use an image tag. What do I set the source as?
The image name, html.png.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, how do I, Rizwan, change the size of the image?
We can use width and height.
Yeah.
Properties of the image.
So how can I target it?
Using id hmh, hash hmh, and then width and height.
Yep. Okay. How can I get it circular? See how it's circular? Caesar?
Border radius.
Yep. We'll do some more. It looks fine. Okay, we have all the pieces now, right? But now we need them laid out in a specific way. So what did we learn yesterday to control the layout of items, Gina?
Display flex.
Yeah, or Flexbox. Yeah, exactly. So I want to get these items in this configuration down below. How can I use Flexbox to do that? Any ideas, class?
You're going to need to encase a few in different divs, and then you can do space between.
Okay. So which ones do you want me to wrap in which divs?
I'd say the hamburger icon, the all in the images should be in one div.
Okay, let's do that. So make them in their own div. And what else?
And then the bell, grip, and icon should be in another one, and then all of that in its own container.
Okay. And then these two divs in what?
In their own div, which we
Very
could
nice.
ID container or
Yeah.
nav container. Navbar.
Okay, very nice. Yeah. So this is without any Flexbox at all. But now how do we use Flexbox to get the layout that we want? Where are we at? Oh, Femi, any ideas?
Yeah. So we can, what is it? It's Flexbox justify content, right?
Yeah, it will possibly, but which element do I target first off? Which element do we want to be?
The navbar.
Yeah, so if we target the navbar, because that's the parent of the two children we want to control. So we're going to use display flex. And then what are we going to do?
Justify.
Oh, I made a mistake here though. What's my error here?
You put a dot instead of a hashtag.
Yeah. Okay. More work to be done though. What do you think, Dennis?
You need to put them all like horizontally.
All horizontally.
Right?
I'm not sure what you mean.
You could also like space them out, like justify.
Yeah, yeah. So justify content, our x-axis, we want space. You can just always play with these, but I think space between. Yep. But now the thing is, well, there's still one other issue we can address. Possibly.
They all need to be in line.
Yeah. So how do we control the secondary axis with Flexbox?
Line items.
Yeah, we can try align items, although I'm not convinced. Okay, that's a little bit better. So we'll keep that. But now we'd like each of these items to be kind of spaced. We'd like to control the layout within this box. So like within this box here. What's that?
Go within that, target that. Oh, wait.
Exactly. So we need to target this left container. So how do I target this left container and how do I get the item spaced out nicely?
Hashtag left container. And then you can do justify content and then space evenly or space between.
Yeah, I can do that. But first I have to make this a Flexbox. And now I can actually use, well, let's check out the background color. Okay. But now there's a Flexbox property I really like. I use all the time called gap. So you can put a gap between items. It's kind of like margin, but a little more sophisticated. Maybe we'll do 20. Yeah. And I kind of need the same thing for the right container, right? So I'm going to do ID right container. And we haven't seen this before, but you can list multiple items in your selectors. But there's some more work we can do for sure. So what else do we see that we don't like? Josephine? Oh yeah, go ahead.
The margin at the top, they're like all touching the top of the page. So
yeah, so where do you think we can put a margin?
To the nav bar.
Exactly.
So that it applies to both.
Yeah. So that's nicer, for sure. We're getting pretty close, honestly. What do you think, Eston?
Also, the font, change the font of all in images to maybe Arial. I don't know, or inspect whatever that font might be for the image.
Yeah, let's find out what font they use, right? So I don't see it here. Oh, Roboto. So the thing is, I don't think we get Roboto for free. Font, family, Roboto. I tried to type it in. It's not here. So we have to download it, right? So download Roboto font. Get font. Get code. And then I'm just going to copy this into my head tag. And now I believe I can use, oops. I can use Roboto. And before I press save, let's go look. Yeah.
I think it has to be in quotes, isn't it?
What's that?
Does it have to be in quotes or not?
Well, it's working right now, but yeah, it still works in quotes, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So we got the specific Google font, although it looks a little different, but that's just like the boldness probably.
I had a question about the font thing. So you know how when you inspected the font, it had listed like Roboto, then Helvetica, and then Arial.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean that if Roboto wasn't available, it would apply the next font, I guess?
Yeah, exactly. I think the ones after your first are like backup, depending on your client's browser, what they're able to show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good point.
Thank you.
But then with our custom one, we're actually, the user, when they look at your website, they're downloading that font. So it's a little bit, you're making the user download some extra information when you use a custom font, but yeah. Okay, so Roboto. Yeah. Okay, what other work do we have to do? Paul, do you see anything else?
Align the items on the right.
Yeah, so this right and left container, we want to align items center. Yeah. That's looking pretty good, huh? Any nitpickers out there want anything else?
We need the underline on the all, is it?
Oh, that's functionality, so we're not going to do that. Yeah. I don't even think we can do that without JavaScript.
Should be smaller and boldened, the font.
Okay. So where do we want to do that? Our navbar maybe. So font size, I don't know, 15. And then font weight, bolder.
Smaller font.
Okay, I knew you were going to say that. Yep. Smaller. Too small.
There you go.
That's looking pretty good, right? Like if they swap that in for the actual Google, nobody would tell.
Now the bell though, the bell and the grid, they're a lot smaller.
All right, let's make them bigger. Where are they? So link maybe?
The bars could be stretched too, if that's possible.
Yeah, so where do we want to do that? Are they all link? Background color red.
I think it was we had like the right side. Would we just target the right side?
Oh, yeah, maybe we could do that. So right container. Whoops. And then can we use font size? I don't remember. Yeah. So that's nice. We can use font size on these icons. That looks good to me, right? All right.
Why not target the profile icon because it's an image?
What's that?
Like the only thing that didn't change in size was the Hackmyhead.
Yeah, yeah, because it's an image. So to change the image, we would need width, which we already did somewhere. Yeah.
Alright.
But that looks pretty good to me. So we're going to move on. How can I get this image? How can I get this image? Antonio?
Once again, just inspect it.
Yep. And this one made it pretty easy for us. The source is right here. I can click it and save image as. Download it to my lecture folder. Call this Valentine's. And then how can I get this image to show up? And where should I put it in my code? Demi?
Sorry, I couldn't find the button. You could put it, let me see, you have Google right there. You could put it underneath the Google image.
Well, if I put it underneath the Google image, that's the image we're using to build this. That's the one that is going to disappear at the end of
Put
this.
it above it and but below the div that has all the nav.
Yeah. And the source is going to be valentines.gif. And there we go. I'm going to give it an ID of Valentine's. And then Demi, how can I target it to make it the appropriate size?
You could do width 100% and hashtag Valentine's.
With 100%. Did I do something wrong? What did I do? That is not working for us. Oh, okay. I must have not saved the code. So does that look good or not?
Looks great.
Yeah. I think it looks pretty good too. Maybe the margin is a little bit, but who cares? That's fine. Okay. Things are going to get a bit more interesting here. How can I get this input element to appear? Roll.
Inspect it.
Yeah. Sure, we can inspect it. So let me clean some of this up. So we can try inspecting it, see what it is. Although, there we go. So they used a div. So I don't know how helpful that is for you guys, but they used a div. So any ideas? Yeah, opens the class. How can we start building this?
I would say a div.
Okay. So let's make a div called, what do you want to call it?
Search bar.
Sure. Search bar. Okay.
And then inside of that div would be the 3 icons.
Okay. So let's go ahead and grab the icons. So we have, well, these are weird, but we can grab this one. That's going to be what?
Magnifying glass?
Yeah. So we can grab that easily, throw it in our div here.
And then a mic and I don't know what the thing is on the right.
Oh, hold on. What did I do? There we go. So this, I'm going to recommend that we inspect because maybe we'll get lucky and it's just like well, it's a button, but inside the button is an SVG. You see this? SVG you can think of as equivalent to an image. So if we copy this element and we make a new file called mic.svg, was there a question? Okay. And we paste in that SVG code. Now we can just treat this as an image. And now we can just grab that SVG with mic.svg. But now how can we target it to make it smaller? We can call this mic. And we can do width of 30 pixels maybe.
When you change the width, it automatically adjusts the height as well.
Yeah, it keeps it proportional, which is nice. I'm sure there's a way to override that, but it is a nice default. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for the camera. I'm going to inspect it. The camera is also an SVG. We got lucky. So we can just copy that and make a camera.svg. And then I'm going to also just reuse this selector. Yeah. Okay. We got all the items we wanted. So that's pretty nice. But we definitely have more work to do.
Since the mic and the camera are on the right side, would it make sense to put those in a div?
Yes, it would make sense to do that. So we're going to have these in a div. Very nice.
And then, I mean, I don't know if you want to call on somebody.
No, you're on a roll. It sounds like.
We can do Flexbox for the parent container, so the search bar. So we
Very
can target
nice.
that. Yeah.
So we target the search bar and we do what properties?
Display flex.
Okay.
And also border. And then just to get something there, 1px solid white.
Mm-hmm.
And then border radius. I'm used to just doing 50% around the corners, but I feel like that might do too much. And it,
oh, that's so ugly.
Maybe also like, oh, that's nice.
I guess.
Not exact, but
yeah, you're on a roll. Very nice. Okay, what comes next? Any ideas? Antonio?
I'd say the link, Gemini. Or well, I guess we can keep trying. No, sorry. We need to move the icons around. So, yeah, flex them.
Yep, we flex them. We're in.
Oh, we did. Okay, sorry. So, to justify content.
There we go. Yeah.
Space between.
Yeah.
Like with the frogs yesterday, we should box the mic and the camera separate from the search glass.
Yeah, which we did. Yep.
Oh, okay, you did that. Okay.
Okay. Anything else you see that you can fix or?
Gap.
Yeah, we
Gap
do. We do want to use gap. But to use gap, what do we have to do?
We add an ID to that side.
Yeah.
Right.
So here we can call, what's a good name?
Search right. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. And then what would you like to do to search right?
The gap.
Yeah. Well, first we have to do what?
Oh, sorry. Display
flex.
Yeah. And then we can use the gap. But then also there's some space in between the border and the content. How do we control that? How do we increase the space between border and content for an element?
Is it padding?
Yep. So all our tricks are kind of coming together, right?
we still need to change the color of the magnifying glass. Can we do that?
Sure. So how can we target that?
Put a div around that one, a div ID for search left.
So, oh, what are we targeting? Oh, we're targeting this right here. Well, why don't we just grab the class that's already created?
Oh, okay.
And do color. Where are the colors I've already used? Usually it shows me.
For the search bar, it's the same color, not the white one.
Inside the search bar, it's the same color?
Yeah.
Yeah, same color as this, right? Or no? Okay, and then this we can replace. Yeah. It doesn't look like we have enough padding though still, right? Yeah, that's better, I guess. Or actually,
is there a way to center that a little further down?
Yeah. So how can we center these items?
Would it be the align item?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Center.
There we go. Oh, but then the search bar, there's space between the border and other content. So how do we increase the space between border and other elements?
That will be the margin.
Yeah. Okay. I guess more border radius. Oh. It's getting kind of close. I kind of like ours better. Anyway. All right. Any other ideas? It looks pretty good, honestly. I think that's probably a good stopping place. Any final questions? So this should be a very similar flow to how you do YouTube. There'll be different challenges, of course, but it should feel very similar, right?
Could you really quickly again just go over where you pasted the font awesome link? Was that at the top?
Oh, yeah. So I Googled font awesome CDN because I didn't want to do like the whole send them my email thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I clicked on the first link and then grabbed this link tag.
Okay.
And then I pasted it in my head here.
Okay. Thank you.
And then that's all the setup you need to be able to use Font Awesome. I'm not a stickler for Font Awesome. If there's another one you like that you're used to, go ahead. But this is pretty easy.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, let's get the rooms going.
Do you have your code posted anywhere?
This code will be yours. Yep.
Okay.
I post all our code on Discord. You guys should all be like on Discord during class, right? We're always communicating there, and yeah, if anyone's not, you should definitely have Discord up as class is going on. Okay, rooms are open.